How's it going, everyone? It's Carl at Grid Games with this week's video games pickups. Got in quite a few titles this week. Nothing particularly retro. I think the oldest stuff I got is probably from the PS1. But I got in a lot of good quality titles nonetheless, across a bunch of the different systems. Some of the stuff I needed for my personal collection, a lot of it I didn't. I'm starting to limit myself on what I actually keep. Like I was going for the Wii and the Wii U, and then I realized that when it comes to the Wii specifically, I hate that system. I don't want to play games on it. I hate the controller. So unless I can use the classic controller or the classic Pro controller for the Wii or a GameCube controller, I don't actually want to play the game. So what's the point of owning them? I'm not sure if that continues into the Wii U. I'm still picking up Wii U titles. Not necessarily hunting out every game that came out anymore. Now just more of the exclusive titles, the bigger ones. But over time I'll see where I end up with that. Get to the games. Started out, got a couple Wii titles in. Picked up Animal Crossing City Folk. I've never played an Animal Crossing game. Hey, it's on the Wii. I probably never will. Got Resident Evil 4, the Wii edition. WarioWare Smooth Moves. And Resident Evil Archives Resident Evil, the remake of the original Resident Evil for the Wii. Got some good 360 titles though, which I do like the system and I do like playing on. Picked up Lost Odyssey. It's one of the better RPGs for the system. I don't know if you'd consider it specifically a JRPG. It's JRPG-ish, but it is one of the better RPGs on the system. I played a little bit of this about 3 or 4 months ago, and I got tied up into a different game, and I never played enough into it. But I plan on getting back to it. I got Deus Ex: Human Revolution, the limited edition copy of Darkness 2, Soul Calibur 4. Which may not be the best of the fighting series, but it is my favorite of all the fighting series. That one and maybe BlazBlue. I'm a really big fan of BlazBlue. Mostly because I can't play the other fighters and I get my butt handed to me, but these are pretty good. I got the first BioShock. And lastly for the 360, I got in another RPG. It's supposed to be really good. Resonance of Fate. Let's see, for the PlayStation 3, which I don't generally get stuff for, it's not as popular as the 360 around here. It's not as popular with me with the 360, but yeah, you're not going to pass up good titles. Got Prince of Persia, Eternal Sonata. I've heard the PlayStation version of this game is better than the 360. They've actually added stuff back into the game. It's got more content. 3D Dot Game Heroes. I'm looking forward to playing this. Scattered throughout these is some stuff that I had picked up specifically for myself. The last two, a lot of these RPGs, the 360 and the PS3 games, I picked up some stuff on eBay that I was just trying to fill out collection. Got Child of Eden, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, X-Men Destiny, and Time Crisis 4. I picked this up after watching, who did the review? I think it was Metal Jesus that was talking about this game. I don't have the gun, because this works with the GunCom, but the minute I got it in, I had to try it. I put it in, I played with the controller. This is an awesome shooting game. It's kind of like a rail shooter because you don't actually move anywhere. All it does is bring you to locations. You got to shoot everybody. I'm not sure if that's what the Time Crisis series is all about because I've never played one before. But this was a lot of fun. It's brainless. It's get as far as you can before you die and then restart. But yeah, I'll be playing that a lot. Some random titles, actually newer stuff. Picked up Little Big Planet for the Vita. Of course, last week, or this week, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare came out. Picked this up on Monday. It's the Day Zero edition. I played for about 15 minutes. I originally got it because my youngest daughter is so into Call of Duty. We played for a little bit. We tried to do a co-op campaign, but couldn't figure out how to get it started. And then she just went online and played, and I played for about 10 or 15 minutes online with her deathmatch, and she killed me instantaneously. I can't play her. I don't play online because I'm not that good at shooters. I don't mind doing campaign modes because you can actually take your time with them, but so far the graphics are phenomenal. You can tell that they've taken in some of the stuff from the last year. I think when they were developing this game, they expected Titanfall to be the next big thing. So that's why they incorporated some of the more Titanfall-y aspects of the game, the jumping and the exoskeleton packs. It didn't turn out that way. Of course, you can't really change the development once you've created the game. But it's pretty good. It's better than Ghosts, from what I've seen. And lastly, which could end up being the best game of the year, because I'm not a Smash Brothers fan, so really don't care. And Destiny, yeah. Bayonetta 2, which comes with the original Bayonetta for the Wii U, plus Bayonetta 2. This game is getting stellar reviews. 10 out of 10, one of the best reviewed games in the history of games. I haven't played it yet. Figure when I do start, because I played Bayonetta 1, when I do start playing this, I'm going to want to dedicate enough time to finish the game, and I am still playing Shadow of Mordor. Even though I'm just about done, I'm not sure if I can. If I don't finish the game in the next couple days, I'm probably just going to stop playing, because I'm getting bored. It's a great game, but I've been playing it for almost a month now. Granted, I don't put a lot of time in. I get home pretty late at night, and I play for an hour or two in between watching TV and movies. So, yeah, I'm getting a little burnt, but it's a great game. But Bayonetta 2, I don't know, there's so many games I want to play. There's just not enough time. And figure, working in a game store all day, which is surrounded with systems. I could be sitting here right now playing a game instead of making this video. There's no one here in the store. I could spend most of the afternoons playing video games. And it seems like I would have plenty of time to do it. I just never do. I don't know where the time goes. But, all right. The last bit of stuff I picked up, I actually got all these from Goodwill. I stopped in at Goodwill last Sunday. Not even looking for games. I never go on the weekends. And I had to get some pants for my daughter, so we figured we'd stop there before we went to the mall and see if they had anything. And they had a little bin on the counter of PlayStation 1 games. And they had definitely come in that day, but I don't think anybody had even looked through them. Now, there's some pretty good titles in here. A couple of them are minor. There's some of the stuff that if they were just there by themselves, I would have never bought. When it came to buying them all, I said, you know, I might as well pick them all up. They were all $3 a piece, as that's what they sell their PlayStation games for. I picked up Critical Depth, some kind of underwater fighting game using vehicles. So, Future Cop LAPD. Ape Escape, which I've had in the past. I think it's a platformer. It looks like a platformer. This is it's in the $15, $20 game, so it's not bad. Armored Core, which is supposed to be pretty good. The original Frogger. Frogger 2, Swampy's Revenge, which is a bit uncommon from what I understand. I picked up, there's a couple of Japanese games in here. There's Dance Dance Revolution's second remix, but this is a Japanese copy. I'm not actually 100% whether or not the PlayStation is region locked, so I don't know if this will work. I think it's not. I know the new ones aren't, but I'm not sure about this. I got Spec Ops Airborne Commando. Another Japanese game. It's actually the first game I saw on the stack that kind of drew me in. It's Ghost in the Shell. Of course, it's one of the bigger case Japanese games. Even though the writing on the back is in English, it's definitely a Japanese version, or maybe Euro. I don't know, but I've never had one before. One of the big case PlayStation 1 games. So, besides the fact that it's a pretty hot property, Ghost in the Shell is pretty popular. And lastly, I saw this standing out, and I knew this game was worth about $25. So I definitely said, all right, I'm getting this. It's Dino Crisis 2 from Capcom. Well, I had picked it up. I thought I looked at all the discs as I was going through, and because I always check the condition of the discs when I'm picking up stuff, and I checked the condition, but I was distracted, so I didn't look at the actual title of the game in here. So I got back home that night, and I went to look at the games again, take all the stickers off, and clean them up. Excuse me. And I opened this one up, and unfortunately, it does not come with Dino Crisis 2. It actually came with Klonoa: Door to Phantomville? Phantomille. I didn't know anything about this game until I watched Corey Zamir's video last week when he got a copy of it. Now, of course, his is boxed in original packaging, which is nice. But even loose, this game goes for about $40, $45. It's an $80 game complete. Granted, I would like to have a Dino Crisis 2, but I am much happier owning a mint copy of Klonoa. I doubt I'll find the box for it loose. I don't know what I'm going to do with the disc. I may actually attempt to sell it in the store as just a loose disc. I don't generally do that. I have a bunch of loose discs sitting here that eventually I might get a case for, or I won't. But they're just kind of put aside. But yeah, this was definitely worth the pickup. I've heard pretty good things about the game. It's supposed to be a really good platformer. And I might actually give it a try. I have time to play more games. But yeah, that's the pickups for this week. There is still stuff out there in the Goodwills. They haven't jacked the price up too much. I mean, it seems like the thrift stores, especially the Goodwills. I don't really go to Savers anymore because they don't have anything. The Goodwills will see a cartridge game and say, well, it's got to be $20. Doesn't matter what system it is. They're selling Atari games for $15 to $20, and they're going to sit. I know I see them when I get in there, and I know some of the people there, and I say, you know, this is not worth anything near this. But they have policy. They have to do whatever they do. And then I'll go back 2 weeks later, and it's gone. So either somebody's really buying into it and actually buying this stuff, or someone of more knowledge is walking into the door going, you know, this is really worth nothing, and buying it dirt cheap, and they've got some kind of system worked out. I see all these games that are so overpriced at Goodwill, and then 2 weeks later, they're not there. So are people just sheep? Is it the buying public just doesn't have any concept of what you can pay for these games and just sees it and goes, well, gotta buy it? I know there's some stores out there that hope that that's the case because that's the way they price their products. But yeah, it's discouraging. That's why I don't go that often. I used to go once or twice a week, and I'd hit the thrift shops and the pawn shops in the area. But maybe that was just the beginning of my collecting, and I've got jaded, but there's really nothing out there. Every now and then you might pick something up like I did with these PlayStation games, but for the amount of times that I'd go over there and I find nothing, time is money, gas is expensive. Well, it's coming down, but it's a lot of the times it's just not worth the trip. I see people all the time traveling all over the place, especially in the summertime. They'll hit like 30 flea markets or tag sales and not find anything for the day. Maybe find a couple $2 to $5, $10 games. But I get the hunt aspect of it. I get the challenge of going out there and maybe you'll find the good score. But eventually it comes to the point where you say, well, you know, the scores aren't really out there in this area. And the amount of money you're spending each week traveling around looking for this stuff, you could just buy the stuff and pay full price for it. It's just not worth it. But that's just my little rant for the day. Thanks for watching the videos. I kind of peaked at subscribers. Haven't really picked up any new lately. I'm not sure. That's probably my fault. It's not that interesting. We used to do a lot of magic stuff on the channel, and the person we had doing it has moved away, so I don't have anybody doing the magic videos on the Grid Games YouTube channel. So now it's just me doing these, and I do the loot crates. I still enjoy it, so I'm going to continue to do it. It's not really about the views. I don't have it monetized. I used to, but I took the monetization off the videos because it's not worth the hassle of watching these the ads at the beginning, because they're just I know I watch a lot of videos and I just wait to see that button that says click through, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it for the people that I want to watch my videos to subject them to that. So as usual, come down to the store, check out the games, come play some games. Tournaments are picking up again. I had a nice week for tournaments this week. Like, subscribe, thumbs up the video if you enjoy it, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.